Well, do you see it? Can you read it? What's this shirt say? This is one of my brightest shirts. It's what I call a spring shirt. Exactly. Spring is here, y'all. I was out in the yard this morning. I've got green blades of grass coming. Whole lot of new great things happening. It was a few weeks ago I mentioned in one of these videos that I felt like by the end of August, we're going to be saying COVID what? And some people give me some resistance on that. And I'll share with you why I felt that way again, is that, well, by May, the country's going to produce enough doses for everybody in the country to be dosed with the vaccine. And I think that's going to be a big impact on us. And what's the impact going to be? Well, you know, I could be wrong. It may not be August. It may be September. It may be July. But someday it's going to end. But what's going to happen when this thing ends, when the fear ends? Well, consider this. Corporations around this whole country of ours have more cash on hand than they've had in years. $2 trillion worth. So what do you think will happen? Let's just imagine here for a moment that the vaccine comes out fully implemented by May, and then when your neighbors feel like it's comfortable to go shop, and or go vacation or travel, they're going to do it. And they're going to spend hordes of money. I think it's going to be a humongous impact on our economy. Now, the bigger exercise here really isn't the economic one. It's the one right here. You see, the biggest cost to this virus has not been economic. As you've heard me say before, money for you and me is a barricade or doorway. So all the fear that's been around the country has really affected us more than the virus itself. You know, I have a lot of questions today in the office. I hear probably every week about the market. And you know what I think? Really, every time my dear friends and clients say, John, what do you think about the market? It's a resounding bell upside my head. I have not done a good enough job teaching you how we're helping you. Gang, the market today doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter this year, next year, or for a few years down the road, it doesn't matter. Remember, your money that you're living off of, I'm taking that out of fixed income. That means it doesn't matter what the market does, it's not going to affect your fixed income. And over time, the market does well. The best year the last 44 years was 61%. The worst year was negative 46%. That's too difficult to live with those type of variables. Take a 20-year time frame. Now, in 20 years, the worst market return was 6.7. That's without a dividend. And the best was 18. So I want you to share what's on your mind with me, but I really want to take a little time to underlay this. I'm optimistic because I was born optimistic. I don't see any value in waking up today and looking for something that could be a problem that's unfixable. By golly, if it's unfixable, I'm going to ignore it. But going forward, I don't want to miss out two very important things. I don't know how many of y'all are aware of this, but you know the young lady, that sweet little dark-haired, dark-eyed woman with the baby on the way, the little young thing? She's not so young anymore. No, she had her big 3-year-old birthday party. I actually call her ma'am now. And this month is my most exciting month of the year. I'll be married 38 years this year. I can tell you right now, I swear to goodness I'm not making this up, the single best decision of my life. Met her when I was 15 years old, and we're going to be going to anniversary. She's also having a 38-year anniversary with me with the same time frame. So that's the best part of my year, best part of my life. Going forward, I want to remind you, at JCN, I'm going to control everything I can for you and me. And those things we can't control, we're just going to not address those. We have some very defined processes to minimize your market risk, to maximize your gains. We have our distribution plan to maximize your distributions, and we're doing a whole lot of tax work. But here's the last thing I'll close with. This also shirt represents something else. Do you recognize what this shirt represents? Tomato season! That's right, BLT Fridays, they're coming back. But this year, I'm gonna ask for some help. You know, baby girl Olivia helped me last year, but she's moved out and left me. She lives in Galveston. So this year, I have another tomato garden. But any of you out there that know anything about tomato growing, please volunteer. Now, I'm not gonna make you lift hard or pull hard. The biggest thing I'm asking for from you is what's right here. Danny Frederick helped me out a lot last year. He brought some steaks. But to make sure these tomatoes were as great as I thought they were, I got my client that has probably the most gardening experience I know, Danny Frederick, to come out. Tell me, is that a bodacious plants or not? What do you say?
Well, they're just a little bit taller than me, John.
But really,
They're
Danny,
huge. They're taller than you. They're huge.
I mean, have you ever seen this fine of plants?
No.
So if you want to help me plan BLT Fridays, please call the office. Let Leanne know. By golly, even if you're not in Baton Rouge, if you're in Oklahoma, or if you're in Texas or Florida or Georgia, wherever you might be, call, because I will talk to you. I want to do better than last year. I didn't have as many BLT Party Fridays that I wanted to have. I wanted to have a few more, but late in the season, they just kind of went away on me. So I want to talk about what kind of tomatoes to grow. I do want to keep them in those pots, so how to make that better. I'm just asking for your help. So soon we'll have BLT Friday. We'll videotape that. Thank y'all very much. Share your questions, concerns, and remember again, our plan, your plan, is to take this fixed income and not touch the volatile stocks for most of you forever. So there we go. That's your update. Can't wait to talk to you again real soon.